So last episode, we talked about making a plan to move. Well, today, I'm going to show you exactly how to accomplish that. Let's get started. So quick recap for you. In our last episode, what we spoke about was actually making a plan to move the garden. So if you're watching this episode and you haven't seen the first one and you're looking to move, I'd highly recommend you go back and view that one as it talks about the beginning stages. And that involves simply looking at things like, I'm going to keep this plant, I'm not going to keep this plant, and going around your garden and taking inventory of what's coming and what isn't. But also making sure you have things like enough proper soil to make a move. Planting things like pots or bags, whatever you need to move them. So definitely recommend checking that if you haven't done it just yet. So today I'm going to be moving a couple plants. Now my garden plan is actually broken into stages, and I'm going to go ahead and put that up on the screen right now for you. Now I did use AI, and I know AI, it's like we've heard so much about it, it's annoying. However, ChatGPT really helped me build this plan out. I put in what plans I had, and then my timeline for the move, and then it went ahead and broke it down to things that can be moved very easily versus things that need to be moved at the very last second based on how sensitive they are. I would recommend you also do the same. If you're more familiar or you're a master gardener, for example, maybe you already know this information, that's totally fine. But if you're new, ChatGPT is going to be the way to go. So this is week one. So we're definitely moving roses or woody plants. Now luckily most of my woody plants are already in pots like my hydrangeas and stuff. But I have a couple roses I'm taking with me. So I wanted to go ahead and demonstrate what that looks like. Now, you also will notice on my plan that it listed the size of pots. This is a very important piece of information. You do not want to put things in pots that are too small or too large. This is again where ChatGPT really helped me here and is the real MVP pulling this off for me. So you'll notice for the roses, I have 15-gallon pots as the plan to move them. I actually ended up getting grow bags, much easier to kind of work with and use. Plus they have handles, so I can carry them, right? So that's what we're going to be using. I do want to show you one example of something really quick, just to keep an eye on when it comes to sizing, and I think it's important to call out. So folks, this is an example of making sure that you kind of lean into your own expertise, or if you're unsure, to ask follow-up questions with AI in particular. So this is a Mexican sunflower, easily 4 feet wide, probably like 3.5 feet tall, and there's no way that this is going in a 7-gallon pot for the move. Absolutely not. I bet you the root ball is massive on this thing. So instead, it's going to be going into a 15-gallon. That makes a lot more sense based on the size. And so if you ever have any questions or concerns, especially when using ChatGPT, take a picture, send it back to it and say, are you really sure this plant's going in this size? It'll autocorrect and say, yeah, okay, I didn't realize it was that big or that mature. We need to put it into something that's a little bit bigger. So I just wanted to share this example before we literally dig in and start moving a rose. Okay, so first, you're probably wondering, what the heck is this? This is to hold up my dahlia. Unfortunately, it's gotten so big in its raised bed, it actually needs supports to hold it up. So I put a stake in the ground, used some twine, and I also put some twine on the fence to hold it together. So what I'm going to use for this move, and I'm moving this Pope John Paul, still on the fence about it, to be brutally honest, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm using a 15-gallon grow bag. I also got some soil. This is specifically potting or raised bed soil, so good drainage. You do not want to use garden soil. And I got some mulch here as well. Quick important note, when you're moving, this is an opportunity to do a fresh reset when it comes to soil. I do not recommend bringing the soil with you. Unless it's something really special, you have the potential to bring parasites, bugs, disease, all kinds of stuff. So we don't want to do that. We want to start fresh and kind of do this all over again. So I'll be taking this out and putting it into here. Now to start off, what I'm probably going to be doing is obviously I need to fill this base up with some soil, considering there's definitely not enough soil for me to grab out of the bed, nor do I want to have the majority filled in. So this is fun, but using a bag, I've never actually used a grown bag before. It'll be fun to fill, I imagine. So I'm going to try to get this into here, like so, and then we get the sides up and start filling it up. Now, it's a good thing I brought more bags of soil, because it definitely looks like this is going to require another entire bag of soil. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I'll get this filled up, and then I'm going to show you the next phase, which is going to be getting the plant out. Okay, so One thing I wanted to know is you don't want to fill the bag up completely to the top. Leave some space. We need to put mulch plus the soil from this. All right, so the fun part. And I have mulch all around this. So what we want to do is peel back the mulch layer. I'm going to put fresh mulch down. And you'll see this weird stuff I have on top here. That is actually slow release fertilizer. So I think I'll try to leave that intact. I don't see why not. So I'm going to start digging into the soil a little bit here. And I'm going to see, okay, don't feel anything yet. This is pretty deep. This rose, definitely, oh yeah, this guy went all the way down. So this was actually from Jackson and Perkins. I was pretty impressed with shipping and all that fun stuff. I will say though, unfortunately with my climate, not great. Doesn't really fit. Moving it is going to be a pain, and yeah, I don't think it's going to actually last or survive here. So I'm gripping the base a little bit and just doing a little rocking and then feeling for the roots, and then I'm peeling them up. What I don't want to do is yank and pull the roots out. That is definitely not what I want to do here. So, oh, almost got it. It's starting to come. There we go. Okay. So, pretty good. Some decent growth. This is a new rose, so it's, you know, still getting itself established. So let's get that placed into the pot. So I want to make sure the roots are definitely all the way down, but also I need to make sure this ball on the top remains down as well. And not catch myself on thorns. So I'm going to need to add a little bit more soil to this, obviously, to make it work. But that's going to be our phase one of getting this rose moved. So I'll add some more soil, and then we'll move into phase two. Okay, so phase two, mulch. Highly recommend you mulch your stuff in raised beds, pots, garden beds, wherever. It helps maintain that moisture, especially in the hot summer we're having and record-breaking temperatures. If you don't mulch, guess what? This is going to dry out. Now, I will mention one additional challenge with grow bags. They dry out pretty quick. So when you're doing this with your plants, if you decide to use a grow bag, and honestly even a little pot, you're going to want to water these daily. And depending on the temperatures outside, sometimes twice a day, in the morning and the afternoon, like I do. So I know it gets a bit annoying and tedious. However, if you do not do this, your stuff's going to dry out. I promise you it'll dry out, just because of the different environment, smaller system for the roots to be involved in with the soil here. This is not a giant raised bed. This is a little 15-gallon grow bag. So we got to make sure we take care of it. Now after this, the next step I'd probably want to do is simply going to be trim away the flowers. Now I know that sucks. A lot of people hear that and they go, really? Like I waited all year for this and now you're telling me, guess what? The flowers got to go. We need this to put its energy into the root system. It needs to be able to build out its roots. Better chance of survival. It'll do much better, obviously, for the move. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll move on to phase three. Let me go grab my clippers. Now, I never used to be big on clippers. I just got the generic whatever brand from Amazon. But Felco, oh man, totally different world. Really, really worth it. So what I'm basically looking for is any kind of buds coming up on this. And I want to cut down to the next set of green leaves. And so I'm going to take this down to here. And I know, like I said, this is a very painful thing to do. You're waiting for these things to flower, and now you're basically removing it. Well, we got to make sure that it concentrates on root growth. Otherwise, we're dead before we even start here. A couple more to take care of. And again, I'm going down. Nice sharp pair of clippers. You do not want to use dull clippers to damage it. And now I'm going to give it a quick look. If I wanted, I could start maybe trimming some of these more diseased leaves off. I'm going to wait on that a little bit. But looks like we are good to go. So I hope this video is helpful. I realize this is kind of a TLDR version of what to do. And this is just one example. Every plant is different. Keep in mind though, stick to the plan you make. If you have it broken down by weeks and you have the time, do so. I have one more rose to move, which is going to be this bolero. I'll take care of that on my own. And then next week I start moving into some other plants. I won't be making videos for that simply because it's really the same process. So my next video in this series will be about the actual move itself and what that looks like. Let me know if you have any questions, concerns, and of course, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Take it easy.